What's up, Black Dot Media? Back in the studio, back in the blue, bringing y'all truth back with another issue. My issue I want to talk about today, I want to talk about this whole bailout, topic. Bail out the banks, bail out large companies. I want to talk about that. Now, everybody is feeling, I guess a lot of people are feeling the effects of the down economy, and people are frustrated, stressed out over job loss and things like that, cutting income, cutting hours, and there's a lot of negative news out there about the economy. Now, I want to present a solution. Now, since there's been a lot of bailouts for the big, large corporations, how about if every person that's of age to work, every person that's had a job, every person that's paid taxes, what if that person was given a check for $10,000? How would that have an effect on the economy? Stimulus check, $10,000. Every person that's worked in the past, no, matter of fact, any person that's paid taxes, they've had a job. That's the only qualification. If you had a job, any kind of job in your lifetime, and you paid taxes before, you get a $10,000 stimulus check. No, make it $15,000. Yeah, $15,000 stimulus check. Now, how would that have an effect on the economy right now? How would that have an effect on people in general, people that are getting these checks for $15,000? If there was an announcement today that, hey, we're going to cut $15,000 checks to every person that's had a job and has paid taxes. It doesn't matter what kind of job you had. It doesn't matter if you was on the job for one day. It doesn't matter. That person's going to get $15,000. Now, I think that will help out a lot of people that are struggling right now. Have a lot of families, $15,000, placed in your bank account tomorrow. I mean, a lot of people are thinking right now, wow, that would really help out, with some bills, help me get a car, help me get, back on my feet, help me start a business. If these major companies can get bailouts of billions and trillions of dollars, then I don't understand why individuals, working class citizens, people who work every day can't receive the same kind of bailout. I mean, it's getting to a point now you have college students that can't find jobs, people who are going to school trying to get an education, and they're coming out with degrees and they can't find work in their field. They're getting real frustrated and they're getting really upset. That's why you see all these protests around the nation about, the cuts in education. There's been massive cuts in education. California's leading the way with major cuts in education. You see many protests in that state because they're cutting out programs at colleges, different fields, different degree fields, and a lot of students are upset because their fields are getting cut. There's no funding for the field, and they had to change their major. They have to go in a different field that they don't even want to go into because their major is gone now. It's disappeared. They have to possibly change schools because if they want to stick with their major is no longer offered at their school, so they have to change schools, which causes a big headache for the student. I mean, I don't think California wants a whole lot of students, young students, protesting every day because of education cuts. I don't think California wants, or any other state that's following California's lead, to have a whole lot of young students out in the streets protesting because of education cuts. I don't think that's a good situation to be in as far as, having students out there, young students out there protesting and being very upset because their majors are being cut and their funding has been cut. They no longer can go to school, and they want to go to school, but there's no funding. That's not fair for the student who's seeking to go to school, and that student is committed to go to school. I know some people in California that have been affected by this, and it's really messed up. I think that they have to go through this situation and be forced to have to change schools. They've been in a school for a few years or a couple of years, and they have to go into another major because their major's not offered anymore at their school because of funding. You know, they're either forced to change their major or go into a field that they didn't want to go into, or they're forced to just go to a different school, which, I mean, it's just a big headache for the student. And it causes a lot of frustration, a lot of stress for the student, a lot of anger. And a lot of states are basically saying they have no choice. They have to make these cuts. They're mandatory to keep the system running efficiently. And you know, I don't know for sure. I'm not there. I don't know what the exact numbers are as far as costs and all that, expenses. So maybe these cuts are unavoidable. So they have to do what they have to do to actually keep the system running efficiently. But I don't know. I think that, you know, they need to come up with some kind of solution to help these students out. I mean, the $15,000 stimulus check solution, I think, would really help out a lot of people right now. You know, I just think that, you know, if you got a student that's going through a situation like this, then that student, $15,000 to get that student a lot of options. Maybe that student, hey, you know, I can start my own little thing, or I can do this or do that, or I can, you know, it'll make it easier for that student to change schools, or, you know, I mean, I think that would help a lot of people out, not only students, but just other people in general, people in the society in general that have lost jobs, people that are behind on their bills, behind on the mortgage payments, car payments, what have you. So, implement the $15,000 stimulus check refund today. I think that's a good solution. All right, a start, not a solution to the whole problem with the economy, but I think that's the start as far as helping individuals, hardworking individuals that are out there working their butts off every day, trying to survive in a tough economy. I just think that would be a great, not the ultimate solution, because there's a lot of different, you know, aspects of the economy that need to be addressed. But the individual needs a bailout. The major companies are getting bailouts. They've gotten bailouts, and hey, it's time for bailout for the individual. This is Black Dot Media signing off. Peace.